EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital in FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New York Jets and the Washington Commanders. The veteran Joey Sly set to get us started, and we are underway in our nation's capital. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have... Taking a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
To throw, White. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Let's go, boys. Let's
It'll
go.
be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Looking to throw. White. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Open man here is Conklin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. White's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. To throw again on 2nd down. White. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll get it inside the 20. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 17-yard line. Straight ahead is Hall. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, it's White. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Back to throw. White. They will find Davis. That's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Off the play fake, Heineke. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. And they get to him right out of the gate, and this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
A gain there of 21 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Heineke. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the light.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Elijah Moore, 66 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Robert Saleh, one to take chances. His guys will go for 2 here. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 15-0 our score. It's the NFL on EA Sports. And they'll try to throw now. Heineke. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down. straight ahead, Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson, 26 yards. And the Commanders get a bit closer. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. White eluding the pressure right. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st down, it's White. And he'll find Hall. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he'll be brought down at the 27. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that 1st down pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A toss, left side, Johnson. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run it here with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time of the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Heineke on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Heineke. Being chased out left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carl Lawson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, defensively, they're doing everything they can to protect this early lead after giving up a touchdown on their last drive.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now after the sack, Heineke and the Washington offense going to face a tough 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Heineke to throw for it on 4th down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
White looks to throw. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. White rolling to his right. Touchdown, Jets. Corey Davis as the first half is winding down. And the Jets continue to pull away here in this first half. Robert Saleh, one to take chances. His guys will go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, They've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Final play of the half here. Heineke forced out to his left. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. But gutsy call there. He exit the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Second half starts with a run by Gibson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On the counter, Gibson. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first carry here for Robinson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr., 29 yards. And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. Heineke to throw it. Flush to his right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see game.
Now White lost the football, and it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Sly on for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now White lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines. Tackle him.
Touchdown, Washington! Brian Robinson Jr. with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Commanders take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Looking to throw, Heineke. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Off play action, here's White. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A play fake, now White. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. From midfield now on second down. White sliding out of the pocket. And that'll be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
They'll run with Hall. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down. Now White throwing on fourth down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. From the shotgun, here's White. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. From the 35 on second down, White. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now White. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. The Jets on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. On third down, here's Hall. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. On fourth down, White. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Hall on to give up the middle. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He'll buy some time. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. To throw is White on third down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They run. It's Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Ty Johnson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jets are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing, Heineke. This one left side caught by Gibson. Throwing again on 2nd down. Heineke. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 60 yards. And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. They're going to keep it on the ground, but he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. On 1st and 10, White looking deep downfield. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped them there, but not to be. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 22 yards there, a first down. White rolling to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
Back to the air on second down. White. Now a diving catch made just beyond the line of scrimmage. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Gibson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
Back to throw. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets have just about sewn up this football game. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there? You're
asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Landover. This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Jets. Here's the punter, Braden Mann, set to do the honors, and we are underway at MetLife Stadium. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Right out of the gates, here's Smith. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A first carry of the ball game for DJ Dallas. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress. Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 23. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive. Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play. Second and 9. Here's White. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT. And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. DJ Dallas taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Oh, yeah. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive? And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard. And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape. Throwing on second down. Smith. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A toss left side for Hall. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Give Uchenna Nwosu the credit for the stuff. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Now White steps away to his left. He's got the connection to Moore. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. A good pick up there, 7 yards, and it's going to be second and goal now. Hall again. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Jets are an extra point away from evening this one up. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Robert Saleh, one to take chances. His guys will go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. This one fielded at the 5. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down. Now Gino on first down. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush, because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Under a minute to go, clock running, and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. From the 50, it's Smith. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively. It's second down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive. but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On 2nd and 10, Smith eluding the pressure right. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37. Smith. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Quentin Williams in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Out of the gun, Smith. Deep ball for Goodwin. Touchdown, Seahawks. Marquise Goodwin, 43 yards. And the Seahawks have regained the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes this a 14-8 ball game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Elijah Moore, 79 yards. And the Jets strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Robert Saleh, one to take chances. His guys will go for 2 here. To throw, White. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie. There he goes, left side. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker, 75 yards. And the Seahawks have yet again retaken the lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use than that. And one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
Room here to run. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 56 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll give up the middle to Johnson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
White's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Out of the gun, it's White. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 33. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got 2, we got 2. Do I hit 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 29, White. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Up the middle, Johnson. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Ty Johnson taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys have now moved out in front. Robert Saleh, one to take chances. His guys will go for 2 here. Back to throw. White. And he's got it. The try for two is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it, and they'll take it out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. 109 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Smith on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, 48 yards as they have taken the lead. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Sliding out of the pocket. Caught right side, Davis. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Looking to throw. White. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Adams. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, that's a huge play by this defense in a close ball game. I think he was trying to just extend the play. They're getting outside the pocket, but he throws a costly pick 6.
Yeah, he's trying to find someone open. You're exactly right. He wasn't looking to run. He was looking to throw. The result, Not good for him. They were more than happy on the defensive side to gather that one in and take it to the house.
Myers connects on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first two quarters, they had two costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Off play action. White. They'll roll him out right. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Now White with a first down throw. He'll buy some time right. He finds his man Johnson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Rolling to his right. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. White flushed out right. And he'll find Hall. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
White on 2nd down. And now here is another interception. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
And he'll be out right at the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And some room to roam now. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 130 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Play action. It's Smith. Sliding out of the pocket. He lets it fly for Lockett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. He's up to the 20, and he's out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. White looks to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate that was just incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. White. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And he's going to get this down near the 25. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Laying out is Davis, and he's got the football. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. White eluding the pressure right. Here's a diving catch right side. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll give to Hall. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On 1st down, right back to Hall. Tackled by Darrell Taylor. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He's got it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then, and now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Robert Saleh, one to take chances. His guys will go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. They convert for 2, and that gets them even closer. Now a 2-point game. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. On the toss, it's Hall. And some room to work. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall. 34 yards, and the Jets have taken a 4th quarter lead. And that run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Back to throw. White. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. They snap it to Smith. Being chased out left. And I think the ball's out. And the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. Running left, it's Hall. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Hall again. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Jets will add to their 4th quarter lead. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down. And after that, the air just went right out of the balloon. And you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was a moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. From the gun on third down, Smith. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Handoff running left. Here's Hall. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Tariq Woolen with a great play to get him for a loss. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And that is going to skip out of bounds. So a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. Johnson again. And Johnson is in. He's got a Jets touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Smith. He'll let this go for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 41 yards. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning it?
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. White escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. White. This one finds Wilson downfield. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 58 yards.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Going right back to Wilson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here, because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way, as we saw there.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's got room. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, here's Smith. He's going to let it fly. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. A shotgun snap for Smith. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. To throw again on 2nd down. Smith, blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get 1 piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So they'll line up for the onside kick. 18 seconds to go. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because You're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
He'll rifle this one deep right side, and this is caught, and that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Obviously, Charles, such an important, well-executed touchdown, and that caps off what has been a strong second half. Remember, they trailed at halftime.
And how about the response? That's the type of thing that every team talks about before a season begins. Don't worry about the scoreboard at the half. Let's play strong in the second and come out and take the fight to our opponent. They did exactly that, and now they have the lead to show for it.
And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And it's incomplete. Clock now showing 0:05. That's all we have left here in the fourth. One last throw here for Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Jets come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.